GTA characters might not be real, but our hatred for some of them definitely is. From the ones who betrayed us to the ones who wouldn't stop whining. Here are the 10 most hated characters in the entire GTA series. Can you guess who will be on top of this list? Let's find out. We all know Michael's whole family is annoying as heck. He's got a narcissistically complaining daughter and that little creep of a boy, Jimmy. Both are a real pain in the arse. But Amanda, she can crawl inside of your skin and make anyone go absolutely nuts. She might just be the most annoying character in GTA 5. She's a hypocritical, manipulative cheater who always keeps yelling at Michael, calling him a cheater.
No, it's not, Amanda. Trust me. Nothing's beneath me.
No, normally there's a whore beneath you.
When all she pretty much does is hook up with every single person she comes in contact with, that tennis guy, that trash guy, Jimmy's 3rd grade teacher, and of course, Namaste, that Joker dude. You can even feel this awkward tension between Amanda and Trevor, which kinda suggests there might have been something between the two, at least in the past. And even now, she's got an active dating profile, like she's still on the hunt for her next fling. No wonder Michael always looks depressed when he's home.
My wife, are you fucking kidding me? I'm gonna stick up my hand and say that was uncool, bud. My bad. Seriously.
How fucking magnanimous! May I please offer you my applause? You fucking motherfucker!
Now if you thought Amanda was bad, you have probably forgotten Catalina, Claude's ex from GTA 3, who makes Amanda look like a saint in front of her. In GTA 3, she shoots our main guy, Claude, in the back just to go run off with some other dude. There should be reason enough to make anyone hate her, but it gets even worse. You probably weren't mature enough back then to see Catalina's psycho personality back in GTA 3, so Rockstar decided to send her back to get some more hate in GTA San Andreas. And what she did this time is absolutely evil. During the Gone courting mission, Catalina invites Carl into her cabin, ties him up and starts whipping him hard while he's constantly begging her to stop. Now, if I were CJ's lawyer, I would file charges for harassment and make sure she stays in jail for, I don't know, eternity. If you played San Andreas, I'm pretty certain you vividly remember that RC plane mission. It was a nightmare for most players, a test of patience and skill that felt nearly impossible at times. But let's be real, while the mission itself was already tough, it's Zero, the guy who gives you the mission, that makes it straight up intolerable. This dude won't shut up for a second, whining, complaining, and taunting you every time you fail to take out one of those delivery vans. Just when you're trying to focus and get through the mission, he's there, poking away at your patience, making you really frustrated. And yeah, it's technically just one mission, but when you have to retry it over and over, it feels like you're stuck in a time loop with Zero torturing your ears, almost making them bleed. The Ballad of Gay Tony doesn't have a lot of characters I would say I truly hate. I mean, sure, Brucey was annoying, but when his elder brother Maury Kibbutz showed up, he made Brucey seem like a pretty decent guy next to him. Maury is your classic bully with a huge ego, constantly belittling and putting others down. Especially Brucey. He's always making fun of his little brother, mocking him and making him feel inferior about how Brucey couldn't get to college while he made it into not one but 2 Ivy League schools.
Hey, Lou, come on in. Hang on 1 second. Check mate.
See ya!
Little thicko never went to college. I never got into an Ivy League school. I got into 2! Yeah!
It just becomes painful to watch because, however flawed he was, Brucey just wanted his brother's respect and all he gets is abuse in return. Let me know what you guys think of him, Maury. There is something about Devin Weston that just makes your blood boil faster than any other character in GTA 5. He's like the poster child of an entitled rich prick who's manipulative, smug, and absolutely sure he's better than everyone around him. Unlike most characters that take a while to, you know, make you hate them, this guy gets on your nerves from the first time you meet him. The way he treats Michael, Franklin, and Trevor like disposable pieces of garbage is enough to make you hate him. He's the kind of guy to call you a douchebag who loves pulling strings and throwing his money around to ruin people's lives. He even does that to Michael by sending Merryweather soldiers to kill Michael's family in their own house. Good thing Rockstar gives you the choice to take him out, and that feels so satisfying. Now just when I thought GTA 5 characters couldn't get any worse, I met the most absurd and absolutely garbage duo, ADJ and Santa. These two are the definition of cringe, constantly cursing, nagging, and even shagging mid-mission. Every interaction with these two is just them flirting awkwardly and throwing out the weirdest metaphors imaginable. Something about bouncing on KDJ's mustache.
You don't look like much of a driver to me.
You heard what she said. You look like a hoe. Just kidding, baby. But I've seen this girl turn a tired V6 into a red-hot killer, baby.
Well, you know what annoys me the most about these two? They sound completely fake, like some wannabe undercover agents who have taken a crash course for being gangsters from YouTube, especially KDJ. He gets on my nerves every time he opens his mouth, and it's not just GTA fans who hate this pair. Apparently, this pair is hated by most people across the entire gaming community itself. Alright, I'm just gonna go ahead and say this out loud. I hate Sweet Johnson. He might be CJ's brother, but that guy is the most ungrateful prick in GTA San Andreas. He's constantly ragging on CJ like the guy didn't just drop his entire life to come back and help save the family. Sweet's got this holier than true attitude, blaming CJ for everything that goes wrong while contributing almost nothing himself. Like the minute you leave him alone, he starts smoking crap after lecturing you for an hour on being a total mess up. Sure, he's loyal to the gang, but it's that combination of self-righteousness and constant bragging that makes Sweet such a big chore to deal with. You end up wondering why CJ doesn't just pack up and leave him behind for good. Then we have Manny Escuela from GTA 4, a character who honestly is one of the most despicable in the whole series. This guy has this massive god complex and an extreme ego. He's always ranting about how he's working for the street, trying to clean up the community, saving his people from getting into illegal stuff.
You better stop slinging that shit on my streets, yo. We don't want it anymore. Hey, OJ, you catching this?
Rolling.
This Manny, for fuck's
The
sake.
streets have spoken.
But that's just all part of a pathetic act to gain fame. He just wants people to worship him, and to do that, he hires Nico to kill some gangsters and drug dealers so he can film it and be a hero to them. But we know how he's a complete jerk to his own family, treating them with total disrespect and always cursing them out. Lucky for us, and of course, his family, karma catches up to Manny when Elizabeth finally snaps and puts a bullet in his head, even selling his body to some organ dealers later. As disturbing as this was, he had it coming for a long time. I bet you can't show me a more corrupt cop in the history of GTA than Frank Tenpenny. That guy was truly unhinged and broken. He had his hands full with every illegal business in and around Los Santos, supplying drugs to the streets, taking out minor gangs to gain influence, and he even had his own partner taken out when he got too close to exposing his shady business. But he's a damn smart guy who always finds a way out of sticky situations because he never gets his own hands dirty.
Now you get this straight. We own you. You're ours. We can shit on you from such a height, you'll think God himself is crapped on you.
Tenpenny pulls the strings from the shadows, forcing others to do his dirty biddings, and when things get messy, he knows exactly who to throw under the bus, like CJ, who he blackmails into doing his dirty work, threatening to pin his partner's murder on him if he doesn't cooperate. But you gotta admit, it was just the build-up that was needed for that brilliant ending, which I think was one of GTA's most satisfying endings to a villain. And how could we possibly forget Dmitry Rascalov? He is the definition of evil in GTA games. If Tenpenny was a corrupt nightmare, Dmitry is an actual devil in disguise. Everybody hates this guy. He's super cunning, manipulative, and a downright bastard. He plays everyone in GTA 4, his own boss and friend Faustin, getting him addicted to drugs and then pretending like he's the good guy.
Here, take a couple of these. What are you still doing here? I said get out of my sight!
So he can later manipulate Nico into killing Faustin and take over the business for himself. With Faustin out of the way, he tries to pull the same move on Nico, setting him up with Bulgarin's men, kidnapping his cousin, Roman, who is annoying as heck, but he's still Nico's family, right? But hate him or hate him, he's also one of the best villains in GTA's history. Well, these are certainly some of the most hated characters in the GTA series, at least according to the general consensus. Well, let's be real, we've all got a character who really gets under our skin. So who do you think you hate the most and why? And if you thought these characters were bad, wait until you see the most absurd missions in GTA. Check out the video right here. That's all for today. See you next time.